And thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Positionless Podcast. We got some breaking news from Shams. The Phoenix Suns are trading Kevin Durant to the Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the 10th pick in the draft, and 5 first-round picks. As a Rockets fan, what's your immediate reaction to this trade?
Let's fucking go, bro.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. I mean, last year we're one score away from beating the Warriors, and who knows what we do against the Timberwolves. I think this is building on the momentum that we built in these last 2 years. It just feels amazing getting someone like KD, who I think is really giving us a championship ceiling right now.
Do you think he brings that championship ceiling?
I think he does bring the championship ceiling. I mean, we saw what they did last year when they didn't have any go-to guy. Now KD, he is 37 years old. There's no denying that fact. But what you also can't deny is that he's going to give you 27 points a game, shooting basically 50, 40, 90.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter if he's 37, bro. This is a win-now trade. Even after this trade, bro, the amount of assets that the Rockets have is still ridiculous. Even after KD 3 years from now is 40 years old, we're still going to have Amen Thompson, Alperen Sengun, Jabari Smith, Reed Shepard, Tari, Cam.
And all the Suns' first-round picks.
We still have the 2027 Suns first, 2027 Brooklyn first, our first-round picks from 2028 to 2031, the Suns 2029, and the Dallas 2029. You cannot tell me that we gave up our future, which is something I've seen a lot on Twitter today, that the Rockets gave up their future for a 37-year-old aging superstar. And I was saying the same things about like trading Stephon Castle if you were the Spurs. But the reality is Jalen Green has shown us no real improvement, and I've been one of the biggest Jalen stans.
I did see a lot of people on Twitter like, "Oh my God, the Rockets traded their 23-year-old star,
superstar." I saw.
You saw that too?
Yeah, ridiculous. I mean,
crazy Rockets fan bias.
What's crazy is now how many people hated on Jalen Green all these last 4 years
Especially
of his
after
Rockets
this playoff run.
Yeah, I mean he had bad playoff games, single-digit scoring playoff games. When, to be totally truthful about him, if he's not scoring for you, there's nothing else he does that really demands him to be on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Like, his defense is all right, but it's definitely not at the level a lot of those guys were on the Rockets. So,
yeah. And a huge part of this is you were able to keep Jabari Smith Jr.
Yes, sir.
You know, the Rockets said he's pretty much untouchable in this trade.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest benefactors of having Kevin Durant in this locker room is Jabari and Tari and Amen learning from a polished scorer like that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Jabari really fits that mold, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Do you want to get into for the Suns?
Yeah, I mean,
you get a guy like Jalen Green, pair him with Devin Booker. They don't really pair well together. We'll see what they do there. But I think the Rockets are even in greater situation because this is not a team that's going to make any sort of noise going to the playoffs.
I mean, and we have all their first-round picks still.
Exactly.
So when they inevitably do want to move Devin Booker, which I think they will eventually, we're still in a position to make a great offer for him. So we're still in a position to make a great offer for any superstar in the league.
Yeah.
Giannis. But
seems like he's going to stay in Milwaukee at this point.
It does. But, you know, I've seen conflicting reports about what the Suns are going to do with Jalen Green. I have a feeling if you were the Suns, you'd want to see him gone. But what other team actually out there would want a Jalen Green right now?
I mean, I'd like to see him on a team like the Pistons, to be honest. Pair him up with Cade.
Pair him up with Cade. They got beef. They got beef.
They'd be a great comparator.
That actually would be really fun to see, but
I don't know who they'd give up.
It'd have to be Tobias contractually.
Other than that,
I mean, you still have Jaden Ivey there too.
Yeah, he'd be part of the trade. I mean, Jaden's kind of just a better Ivy at this point.
For sure, I'd agree with you on there. But are you going to trade Tobias and Ivy for Jalen Green if you're the Pistons?
Oh, if I'm the Pistons, yeah.
You would?
Tobias
I don't know how much value Jalen Green really has because on one hand, he does have that superstar potential. Still, to this day, I believe that.
He's only 23.
But on the other hand, he's been very inefficient and has not shown much progression in his efficiency. And he's shown progression in other areas. His defense is much better. I think he sees the floor a lot more, especially these last 2 years. But the reality is it's just not consistent.
It's not consistent, but if I'm the Pistons and it's the only thing I got to give up is Ivy and Tobias,
You take that?
I'm taking that for sure.
I don't hate it. I actually really like that for the Pistons too.
Other than that, for the Suns, I think they just might try to get off Beal, is what I've seen, if he gets rid of that no trade clause. Because
There's no
the
way.
three of them on that team.
I mean, I've seen that too, but they've been trying to trade Beal for how long now?
It's all up to Beal at this point.
And I mean, if he doesn't want to play in Miami, where do you really want to play, brother? Because you're not going to a contender right now. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
But
either way, I think that was a great trade for both teams. I mean,
I do just want to throw out there still, if there's any questions about the Rockets' future lineup, which right now I'm envisioning Freddie, Amen, KD, Bari, and Sengun.
yeah.
We still have our full mid-level exception to use, which is $14 million. We could get a Quentin Grimes if he doesn't have a good market. We could get a Nikhil Alexander-Walker, a Ty Jerome, Gary Trent, Malik Beasley, another shooter out there for us.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else who can handle the ball. Ty Jerome would be beautiful. But
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much have a backup at every position right now. If you're talking Reed,
Yeah.
Steven Adams, Tari, Cam. So
I mean-
another guard would help, I think.
another guard would help because Cam can definitely back up 3. He can play a little bit of 4 too if we need him to, but we don't really need him to. But yeah, it's just Rockets championship incoming, brother.
If you had to grade these, for each team, what grade would you give each team?
I mean, the Rockets, it's an A+, bro. You got Kevin Durant, I'd say still a top 15 player at least.
Yeah.
For what a lot of people would consider a bad contract in Jalen Green.
Yeah.
And Dylan Brooks and a number 10 pick that we couldn't use anyways. We didn't have space for it.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 second-round picks, that's basically nothing.
Yeah, I'm
honest.
giving it an A for the Rockets as well.
For the Suns, what do you think?
For the Suns, I'm giving it a B. I mean, we
A
all
B?
knew KD was going to get traded anyway. They got a pick in this draft. They got a nice young talent. I mean, as much as you want to say about Jalen Green, he still can put the ball in the basket. He's only 23 years old, a lot of room to develop. And you have a great person coming in like Dylan Brooks. Like he's a
culture
winning
changer,
player.
man. He's a culture changer.
So, B to B plus for the Suns.
I mean, honestly, if I was a Suns fan, I'd be a little bit mad. Just because if we look at the origin of where KD came from, it was Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and like 5 first-round picks, and ended up getting Kevin Durant for that and trading Kevin Durant for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and one of those same picks you traded previously. It's bad look for your franchise. I mean, at the same time, I do think Jalen Green's going to have a good career. I don't know if it's going to be in Phoenix, but I got to give this like a C- for the Suns, man.
I mean, from that perspective, yeah, but in this situation right here,
There
I don't
had
know
to
what
have
else
been
they
an
could
offer.
have got for KD unless you want Nikola Jovic and
Yeah, I
LA
saw that
Larson.
Heat trade, yeah. I mean, it just shocks me there's not a better offer on the table, but I mean, with that in mind, if this was the best offer, B, yeah, I mean, I can't give it much higher than that, though.
Thank you for tuning in to this short segment of the Positionless Podcast.
All right, boys, peace out.